Today I want to talk about this question. Do native speakers talk very fast? The answer is yes and no. Many of my students, when they become intermediate students, they hear me as a teacher speak in a voice they understand, but they listen to native speakers in casual conversations, and they speak so quickly. I want to give you some tips today to help you understand that we do talk very fast sometimes, but not all the time. Let me explain. When native speakers speak English, we say some words very quickly, but we don't say every word very quickly. I have here an example of a sentence that's written in a very natural English kind of vocabulary. I will read the sentence to you. I have to go to the store to buy some food for dinner. Now the way I said each syllable carefully with the same emphasis and the same amount of time. I said every word slowly. When I show this to my students, I say, how do native speakers say this? And they'll say, I have to go to the store to buy some food for dinner. And I laugh because I understand they think we're speaking that quickly, but we're not speaking that quickly. The thing is we're saying some words very quickly, but some words we're still saying slowly. And if you can learn which words we say quickly, I think you'll understand us better. So here are some words we always say really fast. The word to in a sentence, I'll say t. The word the, I'll say the. The word you, I'll often say ya. The word for, I'll say fur. And here are some ones that we do very reliably. Instead of saying going to, I'll say gonna. As a speaker, instead of saying have to, I'm gonna say have to. And instead of saying want to, I'll say wanna, which at first sounds really strange, but if you practice listening, it will become more easy for you to understand. So let's go back to my sentence. I put all those words that I listed on the last slide right here for you to look at. Let's look at these words. I have to go to the store to buy some food for dinner. So I'm gonna underline in blue, I'm gonna underline in blue all the words that we would say very quickly. Instead of have to, I'll say have to. Instead of to the, I'll say to the. Instead of to here, I'll say to. And instead of for, I'll say fur. Now listen to me say the sentence. I have to go to the store to buy some food for dinner. I don't say I have to go. I don't say go very quickly. I slow down when I say go. I have to go to the store to buy some food for dinner. So I've underlined in white here the words I say nice and slow. I take my time with words that carry information in the sentence. Little words, to, the, you, for. I say those words very quickly. These important words I say more slowly. One key thing I want you to think about is I have two words in the sentence, store and for. If I say the word slowly, I'll say this is the word for, this is the word store. They sound the same, but I don't say them the same in the sentence. I never say this word as quickly as I say this word. I'll never say to the stir. To the stir. No, I say to the store. Store in the sentence, and here in the sentence I say fur. I say it so quickly, okay? And so I try to write out kind of what we say down here. I have to go to the store to buy some food for dinner. I also want to point out when I say to buy, I say to so quickly. If you don't say that, if you say I have to go to the store, buy, it sounds wrong to English speakers. If you just go to, or we say to, we hear that, we know that's to, and we're fine. Here's another example. I have to go to the store at 2 p.m. to buy 2 shirts today. We can look at the words up here again and see what will I say really quickly. I'll of course say really quickly to, here, right? I'll say have to, I'll say to, I'll say the. I want to talk about this example because I have this word, this number word to, and the number word to here as well. And when I have this word to, I say to. When I have the number 2, I never say to. I'll never say I have to go to the store at 2 p.m. to buy 2 shirts today. The number 2 I say clearly so everyone can understand me. This short word to, I say to a lot. Here's another sentence. Let's read this one together. I chose this one because I want to talk about this word you that I often say like ya. I'll read it slowly first. After you complete the class for beginners, you are ready for the intermediate class. Now listen to me say this more quickly. After you complete the class for beginners, you're ready for the intermediate class. After you complete, You're ready. You're ready. See, I didn't just say even ya right there. In this example, I make a contraction, right? I say you're. Instead of saying your, I say you're. You're ready for the intermediate class. That's what I'm doing right here. Let's try one more sentence. I will see you after I go to the class. Let's hear you say that really quickly now. How do we say this really quickly? Well, I'll say to the quickly. And I'll take I will, and I think I'm probably going to turn that into a contraction when I say it too. And of course, the word you, I will say more like ya. I'll pronounce you more like ya. I'll see ya after I go to the class. I'll see ya after I go to the class. And again, I don't say the word see very quickly. I don't say after very quickly. I don't say I'll see ya. I'll say I'll see ya after I go to the class. So I hope this helped out. You can practice speaking like this if you like, but remember, please remember, you don't have to speak like this, but you do have to listen like this. You're still learning English. If you have an accent, you speak slowly, that's fine. If you pronounce words the correct way, you say to and the and you, that's perfectly fine. It'll be very clear. I want you to be understood when you speak. I want you to be clear. But if you want to understand native speakers, you have to learn to listen like this. And remember, this is just the beginning of your journey of understanding native speakers. If it's overwhelming or difficult right now, that's fine. Continue to stick with it, continue to listen to a lot of English, and you're gonna hear people speak quickly, but you're gonna be ready to understand them anyway. Excellent work. Watch this video again and again if you need to, and I'll see you in class.